Good day, friends. Maloa here, and today we're going to do the Promise of Sunflowers from Edlothon in Abandoned Elf Camp in the Shire. Let's go! You are certain you understood what this hobbit had to say? For love of my brother Herondel, I will humor you in this, even if it seems fanciful beyond all reason. There is a hobbit village just beneath us, and I understand it is called Woodhall by those who live there. Go to this village and speak with the hobbits, and learn if they possess such flowers as you describe. My mind is set, and springtime is the season of my departure, but I have not such haste that I cannot spare a moment to answer this one question of my brother. The journeys we shared in our youth remain dear to me, as does he. Go to Woodhall and put the matter to rest. I cannot delay very long, but I will give some moments to this exercise. It has left my thoughts astir. You should talk to Major Ram. She is always planting flowers and plants and animals, and she may have seen this elf flower you're seeking. She lives here in Woodhall. Will you let me sit here in peace? I know only that I find flowers quite pretty to look at, but if you seek a deeper understanding than that, I have nothing to offer you. This mysterious flower does sound like a sunflower to me. Not the purple sort with the bright yellow center, but the other variety. Marjoram is always painting that second kind, and if you want to know about them, you should talk to her. She lives here in Woodhall. Okay, so I guess we're looking for Marjoram. There she is. Marjoram. You're looking for a sunflower? Why, I finished painting another of them, not yesterday. I leaned it against the wall right over there to dry. Inspect it and tell me what you think. The painting does bear a resemblance to the Annarlosse described by Herondel. Oh, here's Edlothon. I do not know what to say, Maloa. If I did not know any better, I would say the artist painted this not from memory, but from life. This depicts one of the Annarlosse, just as I remember. How can this be? Did one of my people paint this picture? How came it to be in this village of hobbits? They are longer lived than men, but not so long that any could have seen one of the Annarlosse and put paints to paper with such accuracy. The last of that breed died out long ago, and only one of my people can have painted this. Marjoram. Nearby, Hobbit laughs. I always heard elves were frightening and strange, but your friend here seems rather amusing instead. I assure you no elf painted this picture, but I will take that as a compliment of my artistry. Yes, I am the painter. And indeed, I have painted a number of the plants and animals I have seen in the woods and fields throughout the Shire. I do not know the word he used to describe this flower, and have never heard of it before. No doubt it is an elfish word, or of some meaning and great significance, but we hobbits like to give things names that tell you everything you need to know. This painting is of a sunflower, of course. There are many of them growing around the border of a farm field north of Woodhall. If you'd like to see them for yourself and tell your friends that I appreciate his kind words about my painting. Find the sunflowers in the field to the north of Woodhall. Okay. Sunflowers line the field, Edlothon stares at them with wonder in his eyes. How can I put this into words, Miloa? My heart leaps at the sight. I feel as if I have stepped back in time, back to a day not when the Annarlosse struggled and failed, but to a day when they flourished. Herondel and I walked together among these flowers in kingdoms north and south, and our eyes lighted on the horizon and our minds danced upon the future it promised. I'm brought back to those happy days, and the sorrows that followed in the wake of Sauron and his wars are forgotten to me. The promise of the sunflowers was as bright as their petals, and so many journey lays still ahead of us. Following the death of the Anorian and the decline of Arnor, the Annarlosse died out in the wider world, and yet somehow a seedling must have come to this land. I can see it in my mind's eye, Miloa, borne aloft in the springtime, carried on the breeze, until it came to rest within this sheltered land. That seed took root, and from it the line prospered, hidden from outside eyes. The Annarlosse survived. Edlothon gazes at the sunflowers in silence. I was prepared to depart. My heart wept to leave my brother, but I knew I would see him again when he too sailed from these shores. But the sight of these flowers has restored in me a sensation I have not felt since our travels together so long ago. How many other wonders might remain in Middle-earth? The wanderlust stirs in me again. I believe I could remain no longer, but now I think my brother and I might find joy in another journey within the bounds of Middle-earth, and then depart to the undying lands together, as once I thought we would. Can I ask you to convey this message to Herondel for me? I will spend some time here in contemplation, and will join him soon. You have my thanks, Miloa, for reminding me of what I once held dear. And not only that, I'm grateful for one more thing. You have given me back to me the hope of the unexpected, the unlooked-for wonders that might still remain around the next bend or behind the next tree. You have given back to me the promise of sunflowers, and that is something I have missed. Okay, talk to Herondel at the campgrounds. Gonna pop over to Bree. You have returned, Miloa. Did you find my brother in time? And was there any truth to the rumor that some strain of the Annarlosse might survive within the Shire? You tell Herondel about the sunflowers and his brother's decision to remain in Middle-earth for now. He looks at you thoughtfully, and after a moment, a smile lightens his features. I am conflicted, my friend. I did not mean to gainsay my brother's choice, for I know when he made it the decision was not easy, and he felt it strongly. I would not tell him otherwise, and I did not wish to make him stay. But when you went in search of him, when it seemed the Annarlosse might bloom still somewhere in the Shire, I confess, I did wonder what I would say if he chose to stay. Could our journeying days come again? Where might we go? I have come up with just the right destination, my lover. I will suggest to my brother that we let our wandering feet bring us to the Southlands. There is a so-called master of herbs in Minas Tirith that I would propose we visit. He is possessed of a number of misconceptions that Edlothon and I are well prepared to correct. We two elf brothers will depart in springtime, buoyed by the breeze and the spring in our step, on another journey like those we took of old. Thank you for helping my brother and me, Miloa. Perhaps the sun will smile upon us, and our paths will cross in some distant land. Until then, my friend, farewell. That concludes today's adventure. Please hit the like and subscribe button to not miss an episode. Thanks for watching.